What up? How you doing?
Well, I'm at about a chill level 30.
Chill level 30. That's a good number to be at. Is that like one of those sleep number beds where you can go up and down with it, or?
I think you might be right. It goes down closer to work. It goes up closer to the weekend after work. Various sexy girls enter the room. It gets, it gets to where it needs to be. So, look who's here. I like that we're getting together every Thursday night, getting this done.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow happens to be Halloween. I'm going to be getting dressed up as Shrek, but I'm going to be all yellow, so people might confuse me for Homer Simpson.
Are you sure you're not going to be in one of the what are those little yellow little guys? What are those? The Minions. You're not going as a Minion?
Well, if I did, I'd have to do
just
handstands all the time, so I could have one big brown eye. I don't know. That might look good.
Well,
I don't know if they make goggles that big.
I don't know
It's
if
hard
a
to even
brown
find a
eye
belt.
is appropriate for Halloween.
Well, I don't know. Where do you celebrate Halloween? We could go down to Florida where all eyes are appropriate.
Even the brown ones?
Always. It's even preferred some places.
Brown eyes and blue hairs.
Well,
Welcome to Florida.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has to take a seat sometime.
No, I do. I like this getting together thing. I don't really care, to be honest, how the podcast does. I mean,
Right.
if we can help one person with over the course of time, just by broadcasting, if we can help one person, I'll consider that a success. But the fact that we get together on a regular basis to just shoot the shit, and
But you'd also like to be like a UNICEF, where we're out there helping Africans getting over Ebola.
I want nothing to do with Africa.
Well, you want to get in. Who are we helping then? So what charity are we reaching out to?
It doesn't have to be a charity. What if it's just some guy that's found us on iTunes, and he goes, he's having a really tough time in his life, and we cheer him up and give him an hour to not think about how shitty and miserable his life is.
You know what we should do is we should find all the kids that have been beat up by like Adrian Peterson and see if they need some sort of cheering up.
I don't think there is a nonprofit organization large enough to take that task.
No, not even the NFL.
Not even the NFL. You think they would have? I mean, how many kids do you think really have been assaulted by all day?
Hundreds.
I
mean, he's probably got a lot of kids that he's all physically beaten.
And
you know what? I've seen. I don't know. This might have just been somebody dressed up as him. I don't know.
Who dresses up as him?
It was just a video I saw. Somebody was just running around punching little kids. Had an AP jersey on. I can only make assumptions. The internet has things on it that I don't know. I mean, how can you prove something like that? How can you disprove it?
Man, that's such a bummer too. Because think about this time last year.
Yeah,
everybody was praising AP. He was. I don't remember.
AP's a Hall of Fame. Was a Hall of Famer.
He had the talent for. To be in the Hall of Fame, and now it's going to. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe something will happen where this will.
It takes a pretty clean record to get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I would say Hall of Fame. He's not.
He'd come back. People
He'd come
would take
back.
him.
Yeah,
but once you get to that time you retire, and all of a sudden, whatever it is, like 4 or 6 years later, you get caught up, and they're going to tell you that, you'll be on the ballot, man, but tough shit.
And a lot of these writers that vote for it, it's not numbers. It's not numbers exclusively. They look at things you've done outside of.
Yeah, it's writers that vote. They get to. It's their opinion. If they think you're worthy, you're worthy. If not, you're not. And this has been a pretty big media thing where they've just been writing about it like crazy. Fucking AP beating every little kid that he sees. It's not true. I mean, dude, I've been hit as a kid. No, you know what I mean?
Well, there's a difference between
punishment and beat. Yeah, there's a big difference.
It's a big difference between getting beaten and being parented.
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
difference.
So, I mean, if your kid's acting up and you spank them, so be it. But if you're just like throwing punches at the kid and like throwing a remote at him or something like that, that's way different. Incredibly different.
I get the impression that he doesn't really think that what he's doing is wrong because that was the atmosphere that he grew up in, where he got the slap with the switch or whatever.
Right.
So, at some point you have to take a step back and go, that's how that family parents their child.
They in that aspect they deserve the same privacy that any parent would want.
Don't get me wrong. I don't condone anything that Adrian Peterson. That's not how I would raise my family. But that's not for me to say that he,
right?
You know, that's how he does his family, and I do mine a different way.
You know, I mean, I would understand if he broke the kid's leg or something like that, because Adrian Peterson is certainly strong enough to physically do much damage to a kid. Well,
that's the other thing.
You know what I mean? But and yet, you know, he restrained himself to simply show that, you know, like what you did was wrong, and it's negative reinforcement. That's all it is. This is just a thing that the NFL can use, and it's not even the NFL. It's ladies that, and like this was a thing that Congress got involved in. Ladies in Congress got involved in. Congress people from like California or House of Representative people. I don't know. I forget.
Sure.
My memory gets fuzzy, but you can look it up. I believe she was from California, and she was literally wasting our government's time talking about Adrian Peterson, and it's like, lady. You're making such a big deal about this. If this was a guy that was named Adrian Peterson from
Walmart,
working at Walmart and did that, you wouldn't give two shits about anything. It would be business as normal, doing whatever you want. So don't fucking just because you want to get. It's a voting the voting demographic is women.
Yeah,
and that's all I have to say about that.
I recall
Adrian Peterson got fucked in the anus hard by politics and
the court of public opinion.
Yes,
is really what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I mean, like he didn't even do anything as bad as like Ray Rice did. Ray Rice literally got drunk and they're fine with it too, which is the crazy thing. She's cool with getting beat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And if that's what they're into, that's whatever. It's their choice as adults. Adults get to make decisions. Adults get to live their lives as how they choose. And if she is fine, if she is under a sound mind and is literally I can take a punch with any guy.
See, that's the thing. That's why if you go to any of these women batter homes or whatever, they go to these places to get away from this guy because. And when they're in the atmosphere, it's okay. They don't want to bring the bad.
And there's a big difference than somebody who is being abused and that doesn't want it and that might want it. People get off on crazy things.
Yeah.
And if that's how they want to, you don't. Who knows what they're doing? Granted, Ray Rice, I don't think it was anything like that. I think he lost his temper and just clocked a bit.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
I mean, she did kind of take a step at him.
She spit on him and such, but it's whatever. And I mean, hitting ladies is wrong.
No, I definitely.
But
don't
I mean,
agree with that.
I don't. If she's just sitting there fuck me, hit me. Well, whatever.
Well, we can both agree that what happened in that elevator was not a fuck me, hit me.
No.
I mean, but it
might be something that it goes on though.
The thing about it is when he hit her and she dropped. He didn't have that. Sorry if that sounds cold, but
no, it's just
he had that look as if he had been there before. It wasn't something like, oh shit, what did I do? Oh no, I just knocked my wife out or girlfriend or whatever.
Well,
he had that appearance
All I know is that when people talk about the folks from Baltimore going to Atlantic City casinos, it's nothing but class. So I don't know what you're hearing. Ray Rice.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't agree with. I'm glad that Ray Rice is out of the league. The Adrian Peterson thing is.
Well, I guess whatever.
I mean, something like that. You almost have to make an example.
Do you think Adrian Peterson's kids are trick or treating? How much candy do you think they get?
Yeah, I'm sure they get loads of candy.
You think so?
I mean,
do you think they get even bigger gifts? Do you think they're oh yeah, here's a Rolex and do you think they go to the best neighborhoods that there ever could be, where they're seriously oh yeah, here's a $100 savings bond. Thanks, Mr. Smith.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't
here's
say that.
Here's a silver dollar.
Did you ever?
Here's a gram of gold. Wow, thanks.
Did you ever go when we went trick or treating in Green Bay? We knew where all the Packer players would live, or where all the rich people would live. So we go and we do our lap around our poor neighborhood, and we go and do a lap around Grandma's middle class neighborhood, and we take a trip to the rich people. So Mike Holmgren, Ron Wolf, and Leroy Butler, and
King Arms area. And shit?
No, they lived in De Pere, right, sort of by us.
Oh yeah,
and right along the river there. Mm-hmm. And you get king size candy bars. You get huge, big, not the little 2-inch fun size ones.
Yeah.
They give you full size candy bars. Here you go, and then You know, some of the kids, I wasn't one of these, but some of the kids would come back with a different costume.
Well, yeah.
And then you'd come back and you'd make your second lap through.
Holy shit, dude. I remember, because back in the day, like when we were kids, there was no time restraints on trick-or-treating. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like, you get to trick-or-treat, you get out of school, you better hurry up, because trick-or-treating ends 45 minutes after you get out of school.
You get from 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we were trick-or-treating till like 9 o'clock at night. Like, if your light was on, we were coming to your door.
Yep.
Like, shit, bitch, you better have some motherfucking candy or else we're shitting on your lawn. And it's just like, when I was a kid, we used to, because I grew up like in Michigan, and right across the river was Wisconsin, and so we would hit up my neighborhood, me and my cousins would hit up my neighborhood, and then we would hit up like the rich neighborhood that was down the road, and then we would go hit up all the Marinette neighborhoods, and then the same thing in Marinette.
Yeah.
So it was just like, wow, okay. And you would get like fucking pillowcases full. Yep. Like literal, like Jesus Christ, dude. Like it was seriously like 5 or 6 pounds of candy. And it's like, whoa. No wonder I'm so addicted to sugar.
I remember when we'd get all the candy, and because my sister would get her candy, and my brother would get his candy, and you'd come back and there'd be so much candy, we'd throw it all in this big giant bowl, and it would last until
like December,
May or so. Like, I mean, it would go
the end of the week.
It would last until the end of that night,
right?
We didn't go.
But you didn't have to eat it all in one night. I thought that was the rule of Halloween. Everything else you had to throw at a parade.
Oh, another popcorn ball,
right? Popcorn balls were the shit, dude.
Really?
Oh, I loved them. Oh, really? You didn't like them?
Nah.
Especially when like people would make them good.
That's like the people that hand out like Jesus pamphlets when you go trick or treating. Like, here's a piece of candy and read about Jesus.
I never got anything like that, but one time I got fucking pennies. There used to be the people that would give out like a penny, and it's like, come on. And they were like usually old ladies or like people that were like,
we don't have candy, but we have
so it's like,
copper.
why would you even turn your so it's like, why would you even turn your light on? You just want the visitors to see costumes.
This is the first time anyone rang my doorbell. That wasn't the mailman.
Yeah, right. Like seriously, I get you're sad and alone, but seriously, pennies, like they're dirty. Why would I want to put my hands at her?
Throw it in my bag of candy?
Yeah, right. Oh man, wrapped candy. There's nothing better.
Oh yeah,
nothing better. So,
are you handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters?
Well,
how does that work?
Not so much handing out, but more throwing. Hardly. I have a slingshot. Yep. Kids. Every
kid on the bike.
Every kid that I see that's wearing a costume gets. I don't know. What do you think is the hardest candy?
The hardest candy, Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, but those are small.
I don't know, any kind of chocolate bar is going to do some damage.
What about like those big Hershey Kisses that you get, like the mega
big
Hershey
ones,
Kisses?
Yeah.
Like they're pointy and stuff like that. That would be kind of interesting.
Arrow-ended pointed right at you.
Yeah, and then I could like shoot stuff at the highway behind me. Like, all the truckers that go down and use that damn emergency brake or whatever the fuck, engine braking. Oh, I hate that. Fucking dicks. Jesus. You know what else is cool, dude? Gas is under $3.
Yeah.
Holy motherfucking dude!
It's like 304 down the road when I came up here. And
right, there's one on the west side. It's $2.99, like at the Oneida.
Oh wow!
Or like at the Oneidas on Packerland there.
Sure.
$2.99. I feel like it's 2001 again.
No kidding. You know what? It's election season. That's what it is.
You think so?
They're coming up on election season, and here it trickles its way down. You can go back in history and check it. Every time the election season comes, here comes the gas prices along with it.
Well, I mean, it's not a presidential election, so I'll take it.
$2.75 in Marinette. I see a lot of people on Facebook posting. Yeah, it's been under $3 for a couple weeks now.
God damn.
And that's up in Michigan, where it's under $3. So
Marinette's in Wisconsin.
Menominee. That's probably what I meant to say. Maybe it is Marinette. I don't remember. I think it's...
it's different when you're on a border city with each other. You can compete with, like...
Okay. I do know, like, in other states, the taxes are just lower, which is why it's cheaper.
Right.
But the gas isn't necessarily cheaper. It's just Wisconsin will tax you a little
It can be
more.
like a dime cheaper in Michigan, but they do get to compete, like, a little bit better. I think they get, like, some sort of break. Because otherwise, like, why would you even get gas? Like, when you can, like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it was like $4. Like,
they have this. Like when I drove over the road, it would be so much more. Okay, It's a really complicated
how much
system.
Was diesel when you were driving?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I
It's
don't have any idea.
Today.
And actually, what it is it's the company I work for had like a deal worked out with companies. So if we use their card, the gas price on the pump might say $3.95, and we're actually paying $3.52 or something. Like it's
right. You just get to run the special cards,
right?
Or whatever.
And I could be at gas stations across the street from each other, and the Pilot might say $3.95, and the Flying J might say $3.95. And if I go to the Pilot, and they're both owned by the same brand, like company.
Right.
If I went to the Flying J, it would be $3.55, and I went to the Pilot, it would be $3.52. It was a really weird thing, and like if I got it at the Flying J in Nashville, might be different than the Flying J 40 miles down the road in the same state in Johnson City or something.
The
like
Flying J. That's the gas stations they're called.
The Flying J. Yep. Pilot Flying J.
All right. Man, if there was a gas station close to my house called the Flying J, I would go there all the time. I wouldn't even care. You would love the Flying J. You'd love the Pilot and Flying J. You'd love the Flying J, but they have like you know, Quick Trip has like the hot food bar, sure, like right in the center or whatever. You walk in and they have like a big thing right by the cash register, so you can get like 2 slices of pizza for $5, or you can get like burritos, like 2 big burritos for like just right at the register. Yeah, breakfast burritos, and they have the big salads, and they have like it's like, oh man. Picture the space that you would, ring up your transaction at, like the little place where the cashier stands. Now picture like 18 more of those off to the left. Not the cashier stand, but just picture that amount of space. Right. That whole big area is all food of all kinds. I mean, there's corn dogs in there. Do they get it for you, or do you get it yourself? No, they get it for you. So you can either, when you're paying for your stuff, you can say, hey, give me 2 corn dogs. Or you can just tell them on your I'll just hang out by the thing and go, hey, what the hell is that? Okay. Oh, give me one of those, and give me a stuffed pepper, or what. They had all kinds of things. Stuffed pepper? They had all kinds of things. What kind of nerdy truck stop is this, a Flying J? It's a Flying J. Do they have, like, elephant ears? No. Oh, they have stuffed peppers, but not fucking... I don't know if they have stuffed peppers. I don't think they did, to be honest. Well, now I'm kind of wondering why gas stations don't have stuffed peppers. And they had... My favorite thing about it is whenever I would get diesel, so every gallon of diesel that you put in the truck, now these trucks take 200 gallons, some take even more. And it's hard enough when you have to huff a gallon yourself for every gallon you put in. It's costly. So for every gallon of diesel you put in, you get a point. And then for every point you get... Like a point, like it's a game? Like you put like a special rewards card in or whatever. You swipe your card when you pay. So for every gallon you pump, you get a point. So let's say you have 1,000 points, that's $10. You can use for anything in the store. Oh. So picture a 200-gallon tank. Like let's say I filled 150 gallons. Right. That's $1.50 you get just added to your card. So you can use that for showers. You can use that for sodas. You can use that for glory holes, or you can use that for... So is there like a limit? Do you have to like reach like $10 or something like that? Or like 1 gallon, 1 cent? I want 1 cent off my motherfucking Snickers. Yep. They'll ask you. Really? Sometimes they'll ask you, though, so do you want to use your points? And I never like to use my points. I'd rather just use cash and build that balance up. Right. When I left driving truck, when I stopped driving over the road, my final trip home was stopping at all the places where I had points, because I had TA points, I had Pilot points, I had Flying J points. Yeah. I had all these points, so I came back with like 3 cases of soda and like 5 bags of chips, and like I ate lunch that day for nothing. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's kind of like a sweet way to go out, you know what I mean? Your last trip home, and you just get to mow and fucking... Yep. Yeah. Didn't have to buy groceries. Yeah, I'm set for a few days, and they had... do they have like cool trinkets at truck stops? Do they have like... you remember when we worked at gas station, they had like laser crystal fucking teddy bear type shit, whatever the fuck it was? Picture... Okay, so what's the number one thing they're going to try to promote to you while you're in Green Bay? Hookers. Besides hookers, what else? Cocaine. Actually, no. Hookers and cocaine are really the 2 things that the gas station is going to want to promote to you. No, but like, what is Green Bay known for? Hookers. Oh, the Packers? The Packers. Oh, that makes more sense. So if you go to like Nashville, or if you go to like New York,
Like, you can go into these places where, like, you're in Oklahoma, so they might have, like, a whole big thing of Texas gear. They might have Oklahoma gear, and then there's some other shit. And then they have, like, necklaces, and they have, like... It's like a gift shop, almost. But every truck stop you go to is a little different, because, like...
It's like a localized gift shop?
Yeah.
Like all gift shops?
Yeah.
Well...
But it's cool, because, like, what I did is I would always send, like, a postcard back. So I'd stop and I'd find a postcard. And so, like, when I'm in Colorado, Denver... There'd be like one of the mountains, or there'd be like 50 different Colorado, Denver
same mountain, different saying.
So I'd grab it, I'd grab one of those, and then there might be like a shot glass. It might say Colorado on it, or it might say Denver. They have shot glasses, and they have like, you name it, anything.
Did they have the laser cut crystal teddy bear things?
Laser cut.
Remember they were like the blocks, and they were like all laser cut inside, and it was like a picture of like a gay teddy bear, like a fucking butterfly, or like a piece inside of it or something like that. And like,
actually,
like Trailer Trash would come in and be like, "Oh man, I gotta get that for my plastic mantle." Like,
$9 for
$9 for a thing of beauty. Like, yeah, it's made out of hard plastic. Put it in your will. Like, make sure you do what you do with it.
Yeah, they have all kinds of tchotchkes you can buy from there.
Tchotchkes, huh? Okay. Yeah, well, sometimes trinkets are fun. Did you have a lot? Did you like put like Jesus like that would wave back and forth like a Hawaiian girl, like, and like
they had Jesus that did the hula dance.
Did they really?
And he bobbed his head.
Stripper Jesus, look at him go.
No, that's not a real thing, but it should be.
Yeah. What kind of religion would that back if it was a stripper Jesus? What if you went into church one day and all of a sudden it was a normal priest, normal mass, but on the, where the big cross is with Jesus on it, you had to throw dollar bills at it, and you would dance a little bit. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy there, Jesus.
And, like, would you call that a miracle, or is that kind of, like, what's going on there?
Well, it'd be par for the course for the Christianity people, for the,
well, let's get one thing straight here. There's a difference between Christians and Catholics are the perverts.
That's the one.
Christians are perverts, too, but they're a different kind of pervert.
The Catholics.
Catholics
that's what I meant to say.
Catholics.
Not to offend any Christians.
We offend all. Equal opportunity offenders.
Equal opportunity offenders.
I'm Catholic, but they're strict. But all you have to do is say you're sorry, and you get to go to heaven. That's all it takes.
I'm forgiven.
Yeah.
Jesus died for my sins, and he died for my next one.
Jesus will know if you don't feel bad about it, but...
That's true.
If he's stripper Jesus, who knows? So,
he's here for the party.
He's just here for the party. I heard there was Mai Tais. And then Jesus drops his loincloth.
Oh, man. Good old dancing Jesus.
Jesus rocks. So, I have this one friend of mine that... What do you know about people who get drunk and do stupid things? What's actually the most embarrassing thing that you can think of doing drunk?
Oh, God. You got me on the spot here. The most embarrassing thing I've ever done drunk, or that I would have.
What was just popped in your head? What's literally okay? Just what's one of the most embarrassing things in general that have happened to you as an adult, full grown?
As an adult, man. Well, okay. Well, let me tell you. Should I tell you the hot tub story?
Well, you can tell whatever story you want.
Okay,
we'll come back.
Okay, so I am drunk and naked in a hot tub. But it's how good hot tub stories generally start. So I'm drunk and naked in this hot tub, and I got...
Is this a Catholic hot tub?
No. There may have been a Catholic in there.
Might have been a baptism.
There was definitely sin going on in that hot tub.
Okay.
But there's girls around me, and I had my phone up on the ledge, just out of reach. Not in a hot tub,
right.
As you'd think. And so I'm drunk. I'm just piss tight, wasted, and my phone rings. So I, stumble and kind of drunkenly reach for my phone, and I look at my phone, and I'm all drunk, so I'm like, it's hard to see what I'm looking at, and so I answered it, hello, and I look at my phone again, and nobody even called. It didn't even ring. So I heard my phone ring, but it didn't really ring.
Yeah, phantom rings.
And then I put it back in my pocket because I had no use for it anymore. Here's the problem. I wasn't wearing pants, and I was in a hot tub. So I just dropped the phone straight into the hot tub. It took maybe 2 seconds before I realized what I did. Oh my god! And so that phone was toast. That was the end of BlackBerry number 1.
So much for that boner. So yeah, I agree. That's pretty goddamn embarrassing. But you were a kid, you were young, you were partying it up. It happens.
Yeah.
But this is someone that This is a true definition. This is one of the true definitions of a shithog.
What do you got? A shithog?
This is a shithog. Full-grown fucking man. Tell me, what would you do if you had slept over at a friend's house? What would make you embarrassed the most?
Okay, if I was sleeping over at a friend,
if you crashed on my couch, we got pissed drunk the night before.
The most embarrassing thing, I would think you would hold this against me for a long time. We might not be friends after this.
Let's see.
But it would be an accident, and I would feel remorseful.
You're on the right track.
You know that I would feel bad. But my thing would be is if I woke up, maybe I didn't wake up, but I had to piss. And so I just pissed on the wall, I pissed on the TV, I pissed on the couch, I pissed anywhere that's not the toilet.
That's what shithogs do. The shithog I know is a serial couch pisser.
Serial pisser.
He pisses wherever he sleeps. He does not sleep at my house. I'll never let him sleep over because I know he will piss. He can sleep in the hallway. I don't care. I'll give him a blanket.
All right, you're going to bed, but you're going to take a piss first. Empty that motherfucking bladder.
Nope.
I'm going to wake you up again in an hour, and you're going to do it again.
Nope. It's just I just won't. I'm not going to risk something like that. I'm not a babysitter. But I mean, it's just.
I want to get drunk myself. I don't want to watch your pissing ass.
Yeah, I mean, the stories about this, it's like legendary. Seriously, it's eaten through hardwood floors.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like some sort of acidic piss. One time, and this is the.
What do you guys drink?
This is I don't know. This is what happens when you. This is what happens in Wisconsin. It happens. This is the kicker, though. So one time he was hanging out with my buddy's.
Is this somebody
girlfriend.
I know?
Yeah, you met him.
Okay.
This is a buddy. He was hanging out with my buddy's fiance, I think, at the time or whatever. So they were all getting drunk, and they wanted to go into a hot tub. So they go to my buddy's parents' house, who wasn't there. It was just shithog and fiance, and they go in the hot tub. Okay, fine. This is awesome. This is a good time. And so fiance is like, all right, I'm going home, or she slept in the basement or something like that, and shithog slept on dude's parents' couch.
Oh no!
And sat there and pissed like a little baby. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And you wake up in the morning, and he's just. You know what I mean? Like the mom comes in and is like, "Hey, would you like me to drive you home?" Granted, he lived like 4 or 5 blocks away,
sure.
So he could have been dropped off at home last night and piss in his own bed. But
he
had to piss in the nice bed of a nice parent's house. Who
did they know when they brought him home? Did they?
Well,
or did they find out after the fact?
I think they figured it out maybe later on. I'm not sure how that story ends. Long story. Oh, I kind of do. He paid for it eventually. But that's another story in and of itself.
Man.
So, yeah, be careful who you allow to sleep at your house and who you meet your parents, because there may be a shithog among them, and they will piss the couch.
If only there was a guide to show them how to live their life.
There might be a segment.
Yeah, I can live with that.
All right, cool. So, you got anything funny that's happened in the news or anything like that? Maybe I might have a random take on something?
As a matter of fact, I've got a plethora of news stories.
Ooh, that's a sexy word.
Have you ever heard of a poop bank?
Like a poop bank?
A poop bank.
You deposit poop? Do you earn interest? Like they come and they add like little fecal particles to
little turd
your
nuggets?
Deposits?
You drop a log and they give you little nuggets?
Yeah, right? How do you make a deposit?
Well...
Or how do you make a withdrawal?
You know how like you go to a sperm bank? Or like
okay.
you can donate your sperm and get like paid for it.
Mm-hmm. I do that on a lot of street corners.
What if I told you could go to a poop bank and they will give you $40 a day for you to poop?
What? Whoa!
Yeah.
Really? They'll pay me for shit?
Yep.
Holy crap! I know at least like 20 people that would want to do that. What do they want it for?
Let's see.
What do they want it for? First of all,
Open Biomy. They collect, they test, they provide fecal samples to 122 hospitals in 33 states for one of the most interesting medical treatment innovations today: fecal micro transplantation. Poop transplants.
Whoa! Poop transplants. So they want my healthy pizza-filled, Gatorade gummy bear filled
Pretty much
poop inside of their body just so they can feel like what it's like to have a man shit inside of them.
Think of it like a blood bank except for poop. So if you need like a poop donation.
So what do they like vacuum it out? Like, okay, we got your poop now. Let's get it. How do they get it in?
Well, okay.
Sounds very disgusting and sloppy and maybe sticky. But definitely brown.
Here's how it works. To keep your digestive and immune systems functioning, your body needs like a certain balance of like bacteria in your gut, and when you take like antibiotics, they kill infections. They kill the good bacteria and the bad bacteria without really discriminating.
So it's like sucks to be you, poop biotics.
So apparently, like people have like a disease. It can cause fever, nausea, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and it kills 14,000 Americans per year.
Shitting?
Well, it's actually just the lack of the good bacteria that you need. Like having this disease will...
Like when they have the yogurt commercials where they make you poop or whatever, like eat this yogurt, you can shit. They even have one for dudes now. Michael Strahan, the guy that's on like Regis. He used to be Regis's job. That guy, the big gap tooth motherfucker. Yeah. He's in like a shit for better life yogurt.
Really? Yeah. Oh yeah, I did see him.
Yeah. So everybody's on the fucking healthy poop train. I guess
it says our poop is plentiful. It's
so true. 6 in the morning. It's just so much.
It's a good source of good bacteria, and so what they will do is they will do like it's called a fecal transplant.
Okay. How many fingers do they use?
Depends on the doctor and how
happy the doctor can be.
How good he is, anyway.
So is this like something is there like a hospital that does this, or do you have to like do this?
Lots of hospitals.
Lots of hospitals.
Guess how much a sample of poop goes for? If you were trying to get a poop sample.
Well, if they give us $40 for 100,
they are selling the poop for $250 per sample.
Wow!
For a 250 milliliter sample of fecal microbiota.
So do they have to like sift through the shit to get through the fecal? They got to find the gold in the shit.
I think it's sort of like blood. One shit's the rest of the shit. It's all the same shit.
How would you like to have that on your job description?
No kidding.
What have you been doing for the last 3 years? Sifting shit? What do you mean? Well, I sift shit, and we take the good shit, and we put it where the bad shit was. And that's just...
Insurance covers it. Insurance will cover a fecal transplant.
Well, good for insurance companies.
Guess how much... it says
$50 copay, get fresh poop.
It says that doing this fecal transplant could save an average of $17,000 per patient compared to doing the same treatment with antibiotics. That's crazy. A poop transplant. And it says soon, poop may come in the form of a pill.
Oh, great. Science. Thanks, science. You guys are always ahead of the game.
Eating shit.
Eat shit and get healthier.
Massachusetts General Hospital shows that frozen capsules of fecal matter to be 90% effective in treating people with this C. diff infection is what it's called. So it's a poop transplant.
So that just... Okay, so where do you go... Okay, so where do you make your deposits at this bank then? Where can I go and shit and get paid?
Well...
Like a Chase Bank? Can I go to like Chase or like First Northern or something?
I invite you to poop at your Chase Bank to make the
ATM?
I'd like to make a deposit.
Right, the ATM. They made their new ATMs like move up and down or something
like
that?
Well, here's the thing. To be a paid donor, you have to undergo thorough screenings. So they'll ask you a 120-point history health quiz sort of thing to...
okay, so they want poop that's filled with like a bunch of cabbage and like onions and
potatoes. They want the good poop.
Okay, so they want... Okay, so you got to be like... They want like... who's healthy? I don't know. They want somebody's healthy's poop rather than like whatever falls out of Richard Simmons.
Oh no. Once a donor's poop is reviewed by the lab, they check for infectious agents and the health of that bacteria. They test it for blood diseases. They test it for hepatitis, syphilis, AIDS.
Syphilis?
They test it for syphilis.
Poop syphilis? AIDS? AIDS in your butt? You got AIDS in the butt, man. Your poop's got AIDS, man. Your poop's got AIDS, man. Oh no. Oh man.
They want younger donors. They say that younger donors tend to be a lot healthier and.
Okay. This just sounds like it's some rich guy's weird fantasy that he just wants a bunch of young
I want some young poop.
Yeah, I want all the young poop I can get. Some Some weirdo Mr. Burns somewhere.
Each visit takes about 30 minutes, where the donor produces a sample into a hat-shaped bowl that rests over an ordinary toilet, and the donor then walks out with $40 in cash.
Nice. Shit in a hat and get paid. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, they're just writing their own jokes. I don't know. This all sounds very strange. And
it's a real thing. I got this from the Boston newspaper.
Can it be like a Pawn Stars type deal where we can like barter? Be like, no, I want like, yeah. I'm like, this is top quality shit. You're not going to see anything like this for a long time. He's like, yeah, I don't know. It's going to take up a lot of space because I have huge shits. And he's going to be like, I don't know, it might sit around for a while. And I'll be like, no, that's not sitting around for too long. The stench is overpowering. And somebody's going to come in and pay top dollar for that fecal quantity. $48. And so,
yeah, it's a little poop auction.
Yeah. Auction with turds.
We got another story here in the news. This one says, man busted for throwing sex toys at girls.
Oh, where was this?
This is from Milwaukee.
All right. Was it? This might have been a shithog story that I haven't heard yet.
Sounds about right. A Wisconsin man has been arrested for exposing children to harmful materials after allegedly driving around and tossing sex toys in the direction of a series of teenage girls.
Well, maybe it was just like a charity. You know what I mean? Like, get used to it, girls, kind of thing. I don't know.
Conrad Peters, he's 28, and here's a picture of our criminal. He allegedly placed the adult toys in the path of girls and then walked to his car to see their reaction.
Oh, what? Wait, his name is Conrad?
Conrad.
Is he a country star?
Conrad.
Or is he like a... Was he kicked out of like Nashville? What happened?
I mean, looks like he could have been a Nashville kicker.
Yeah, okay.
It says the rate of Peter's residence turned up 33 dildos and multiple sex toys.
So he had more than just dildos?
He had sex toys.
Do you think he had like a... what the hell do they call them? The pocket pussy thing? Oh, what the hell is that? The fleshlight?
Fleshlight.
How many fleshlights do you think he's went through?
Well, used or thrown at teenage girls.
Yeah, I don't know. That might almost be like statutory rape, throwing semen on girls.
Oh,
that's probably cool.
Police in West Dallas opened a criminal investigation last month when two 14-year-old girls reported that a male driver left a, quote, giant purple dildo in their path as they walked home one afternoon from a local park.
Oh, man.
The man was just sitting there staring at them from his car with the driver's side window rolled down.
Oh, man. Where do you think he gets the money for these dildos? Shit selling? I don't know.
What an adventurous life.
Imagine if you bought them all on like a credit card or like a debit card and you were just processing those payments and you had to look at like, wait a minute. Or he like disputed one of his dildo charges. He's like, I never went to Charlie's dildo store. That's those dirtbags. And it turns out like that he did. He was just all drunk. That's where he bought like the big Pete or whatever he wants to call it. I don't know.
Giant fist.
Yeah, right. He's like, make a mold of my arm. And he's a huge arm wrestler. I almost wish the girls were older so it would be more appropriate to talk about it. Make fun of at least.
Can you just imagine?
Sucks for those girls, but I don't know.
I'm
sure high school boys aren't, any worse.
Weirdos, man, I tell you.
I guess. Where do you think I don't know. I just can't imagine that dildos are that cheap that you just want to waste them all the time. I mean, is it just like you know what I mean? Like
maybe he does like reviews of them on the internet, so he gets them free from like companies will send it to him as like for testing. So he's got a bunch of just dildos laying around that he got sent free from.
So he's a beta tester for like Dildo Co. Like Dildco. Oh man, we're buying stock in that place.
So
perverts in Milwaukee, you'll have that.
Perverts in Milwaukee, perverts everywhere, and there's one here in Connecticut who. Here's a picture of this guy real quick. This is a coach of a women's soccer team, high school women's soccer team in Connecticut.
All these poor young girls.
Right. It's just a lot of weird pedos out there.
I guess. Most women's soccer coaches in high school, they're definitely fucking pedophiles.
I mean, what are you doing with your time that you're coaching
girls soccers in high school? Right. That is sad. But
this guy
jack off to something.
This guy did jack off. He actually sent a 10-second Snapchat video of him masturbating to some of his players. The guy says that the man's video, the video was intended for his girlfriend, but he inadvertently sent it to his high school students instead.
Because that's what every girlfriend wants to see is like, check it out, I'm blowing my load on my phone. Is that something that girls would want to see? I mean, I'm willing to do it, I suppose.
Well, it depends on how old the coach is, I guess.
Well, I'm not interested in doing it with any coach. But I mean, like, you know, what, my boss or maybe like my mom, I don't know. Those are the only two girls in my life.
Well, those are two special...
Those are two real special ladies that deserve to see what it looks like when the fucking snake throws up.
So apparently these girls were out for pizza together, and one of them got the message and shared it around the table and threw the phone on the table like, hey guys, you got to look at this. And they all agreed they needed to report it, and
there was only one dissenter. Fat Sheila.
So here's the worst part: is he actually had to explain, because Snapchat, how that works is you take a video, and then after a certain amount of time, let's say 10 seconds in this case, after 10 seconds that video is no longer, you can't view it anymore. Okay. So it's sort of like how a spy will send a message, like this message will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it's like a real-life Inspector Gadget or whatever.
Sort of. So you get a 10-second video of your coach masturbating, and then it's gone. You can't look at it again. You can't...
Still scarred for life.
Right.
Some scars are on the inside.
So this guy admitted to it. He said, I was attempting to send a video of myself in which I was masturbating. I was making the video to send to my girlfriend, and it's something she and I occasionally do. And so because this guy's face wasn't in the video, he had to walk police through his home and show them where he masturbated so they could match the furniture.
So they found his like little jack corner. Little jack corner.
Oh, Lordy. My thought is, you don't really want to have intimate, sexy time with an app that you communicate with the teenage girls you coach.
Yeah, that might be a safe bet.
So
there should be like a sex chat. What do they call it? Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Well, what do they call it? Like snap sex?
Snap sex.
Sex snap.
You know, Snapchat is one of...
For pervert soccer coaches?
It is for pervert soccer coaches. Actually, so I'm at dinner the other night, and I heard this lady at the table next to me, very loud. I told Britt, I said, this conversation that we're having, you and I are having, I have ADD, so I hear everything that's going on over at this table. And
right.
They're in their 50s, and this loud woman, she goes, "Are you on Snapchat?"
You?
No, she asked that to her husband, or the other male at the table. There's 4 people at this table, and she looked over. I guess it wasn't her husband. It was the other male in the group.
Right.
The other husband. And she goes, "Are you on Snapchat?" And I literally dropped my fork in my plate and started laughing. Can you just imagine like that loud sound of like...
Yeah.
You know...
Clang, clang.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah.
And because the Snapchat I know involves 10-second masturbation clips. It involves, taking a selfie and sending it to your chick. And then, like, that's for you and nobody else. Not for 50-year-old ladies to be...
I needed this, and then 10 seconds later it's gone. I go, what did they show my grandson? Well, what did you knit, Dolly?
See,
they just have more problems with it. Like, I can't get it to save. Where's that picture? I can't imagine that this is a good app for the elderly. Maybe they're just confused, and they said, like, maybe that's just the name of their prescription.
It's funny you mention that, though, because Brittany, she told me that you can use Snapchat for other things, like pictures of your grandkids, and although I find that weird. You'd send a picture of your you'd get a picture sent from your daughter of your grandkids, and it's gone in 10 seconds.
So originally the people who made Snapchat wanted this to be like the ultimate photo book of family and memories, but it just turned into like sending pictures of you masturbating to your 12-year-old students.
Pretty much.
Well, thank God.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, it's pretty great. A lot of wonderful things happen. So the sun's out shining in Connecticut, and the coach is jacking in a nice sunny corner. He told the officer he likes the way the sun hits his balls. I only do it from noon to 1, officer. That's when the sun's hit my balls the hardest. What if it's cloudy and then I don't do it, officer?
What if those balls are wrinkly?
Oof, that's a tough thing to have.
In a videotape, wrinkly balls. Well, what if I told you that there is a cosmetic procedure that removes the wrinkles from your balls, and George Clooney is on board with that plan. He is a
George Clooney, like Oceans 1 through 44.
the George Clooney,
Whoa,
Batman himself.
Batman.
Was he Batman?
Let's just stick with the Oceans.
Maybe he was. I thought he was Batman, wasn't he? Or he was.
I'm not good at movies.
Maybe
but
he's a Bond. No, he wasn't a Bond.
I know he was in Oceans,
Okay.
and he was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? So those are the two movies that I know George Clooney from.
Well, this quote here from George Clooney says, "I did get my balls done, though.
What?
I got them unwrinkled. It's a new thing in Hollywood. Ball ironing."
What? So smooth balls? Why would you want smooth balls?
Well, I can tell you why you want smooth balls. It's so that they are not all wrinkly and gross when people fondle them.
People, huh? George Clooney has people, not just
You
women?
can imagine George Clooney as more
So
than just
wait,
one person.
is it? Are the girls like clamoring for this? Is it like I need to have your balls are too wrinkly? Is there like a threshold that like
They're actually-
it's acceptable to have like some wrinkles okay, but no, this is too much.
Well,
And George Clooney is kind of old. What if his balls are kind of droopy? Is there like more to iron? Is it like?
well, I think that's what it does. It sucks them back up, so you have nice.
Oh, is that what happens?
Toddler
It makes
balls.
you. Oh, it like undrops your nuts, and you gotta get to have the. Oh,
It actually
that's a
it says here that in the past the cosmetic surgery was mostly women, but now it's about 40% men and 60% women that get this. 60%
What kind
of
of
women.
women have nuts that they need tightened and restrapped?
Well, it's just cosmetic surgery in
like
general.
a vaginal reconstruction.
Right.
Make me tighter, doctor. I've
Male-
been living in the ghetto for a long time.
Male grooming is on par with female grooming these days.
They
says
call it
the,
grooming, huh? Are you rubbing your nipple?
I am rubbing my nipple. It feels good. Anytime I talk about George Clooney's balls, I need to rub my nipples.
Nice. Everybody likes that.
So basically what it is it's a laser that it evens out the skin tone.
They laser him?
Laser
There's
the
no
balls.
way. I don't care how strong George Clooney endorses this. I'm not putting my nuts near a laser.
Not even to remove the discoloration of ingrown hairs, or to
What?
remove skin tags, or the overall tightening of the external skin, you know where.
Skin tags and discolorations, they make your balls sound like fucking people. Like you're, I'm pretty sure when you're getting your dick sucked, the girl's not going to be like, "Whoa, check out your balls."
They're so smooth.
right. Check. Whoa. Skin tag, deal breaker. She's putting your dick in your mouth. I'm pretty sure she's not going to care if a skin tag taps her chin a few times. Who cares? George Clooney cares. So I guess he's just looking out for the rest of us. I don't know.
How much would you say that the ball tightening goes for? How much do you think
seeing
people
as
pay
how
for?
George Clooney is the fucking trailblazer on this one, I imagine it's in the 5 figures.
No, well, not so. No, it's actually it costs about $575. It's more affordable than you think.
Oh wow, $600 ball slimming
Mm-hmm.
or ball treatment. Okay, so it makes your balls smooth and tight, and you basically get to have like Cindy Crawford balls.
Pretty much. It takes about 45 minutes to remove the hair, and then the actual tightening takes about 25 minutes. So
Wait.
you're in and out in about an hour.
Wait, this is they're
It's the lasers, man. They remove the hair and then they tighten your balls.
they laser remove your ball hair, and then they somehow
They iron.
jiggle them until they're in a tightened form, and then who finishes the job when that's all done?
George Clooney?
Oh, so George Clooney's there to rub it off and frickin' take that load and frickin' do it real nice? Okay.
Yep. George Clooney is always there to rub the balls.
Well, we like George Clooney.
So we got that. Ball ironing.
That's actually pretty fantastic. I'm proud of George Clooney. He's making it easy for the rest of us.
Yeah, I tend to agree. There's you want to put your name on something fantastic, and that's a good thing to put your name on.
Mm-hmm. Clooney brand nut tightener.
I'm I'm looking at my phone here right now. There's this. Remember last week we were reading the tweets from famous celebrities and whatnot, and who was the celebrity we came up with who thought that Al Gore was dead?
Canseco.
Jose Canseco.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's in the news again. How ironic.
Wow.
Here we were just talking about him last week. Well, this week last night he actually shot off his middle finger.
Really? So he flipped himself off and he was like, "Fuck you, self." Bam. I can't take it anymore.
You watch where you're pointing that finger, me.
Right? Asshole. You fucking dick, you're going down. Was he fighting with himself in a mirror?
He wasn't fighting with himself in the mirror. He actually was cleaning his gun and it accidentally went off, exploding his finger.
Because Jose Canseco, at least he has a home.
The only part that I find unusual is there was no alcohol involved, no drugs involved, just Jose Canseco involved.
Maybe just drugs that don't appear on a drug test.
That could be it.
I find that more believable.
Well, I mean...
Who called the police? Did he call it in?
I think when you blow your middle finger off, you're going to use the other hand to call 911.
I don't know. If you're a staff chatter, you might use that to take the opportunity to show your grandma. Or the soccer team. Or both. On accident.
Yeah, sitting at a table in their home, cleaning a gun when it went off.
Does it say home or trailer or?
It just says home. It doesn't say. I'm sure Jose Canseco's got a pretty nice home.
You think so?
I would. Yeah. He lives in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, people in Vegas are always real happy.
The shot ripped through his middle finger on his left hand. The doctors are trying desperately to save what's left of his finger, but they say that he'll never have full use of it, even in the best circumstances. So
that was his wife's favorite finger too, so she's pretty depressed.
Oh, Jose Canseco. Always got to make time for Jose Canseco.
This fucking Smash Brother.
Do you think... Wait a minute. So, Jose Canseco was a big steroid guy, wasn't he? He was the one that pretty much admitted... I think he wrote that book about steroids.
Yeah, he was, I think, the floodgate or whatever.
So, do you think you can take enough steroids to maybe grow that finger back? Is that possible?
I don't know, but I bet he's got real smooth nuts. Just like a kid.
Oh, poor Jose Canseco. He's had a life of being arrested, financial problems, and now he's missing a finger.
Well, at least it might not get any worse. At least he lives in Las Vegas, city of opportunity.
Land of opportunity.
Yeah. He lives in the country and...
I think they call it Sin City. For a reason.
I think that's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. All right, well, I would like to invite our listeners to interact with the show. You can call us on our new voicemail telephone number.
Leave your credit card numbers, expiration dates, and CPVs.
Okay, so if you want to interact with the show, the telephone number is 240-50-SKUNK. So that's 240-50-SKUNK.
That's pretty easy.
240-507-5865 for all you idiots who don't know how to use the letters on your phone.
Which is a lot.
So go ahead and call us up, leave us a voicemail, tell us how you like the show, tell us how much you hate the show. Just give us anything. I mean, we'd like to include you with the show. I know you don't know how to get on iTunes. We know how to get on iTunes, so this is your chance to get on iTunes.
And I even had one of my buddies test out the line to make sure it works. And let's see what he had to say. He's a pretty smart guy. He's an engineer. He's gone to school quite a bit. And I know that he's definitely one of the smartest people I know. Let's hear what he had to say to us.
Let's see what your smart friend sounds like.
Oh, well, he must have been sober when he said that. You should see when he gets drunk. He starts doing math. Oh, man, it's crazy. Oh. Did you ever see that movie Good Will Hunting?
No.
Oh, well, he plays Robin Williams' wife.
Your friend does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was dead. So that might be a good joke.
I like that.
Anyway, we keep the Robin Williams joke.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
I'm keeping all of this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, call the show and let us know what you think. We'd like to have some sort of feedback and
call, tweet. You can reach us.
We have Twitter.
We'd like to talk to you
at Eternal Skunk Show. We have a follower. Do you know that? Yeah, somebody you know.
Really?
I don't know.
Is it? Really?
I'm not going to say who it is because maybe you don't know who it is, and I would invite you not to say who it is, but that's...
Oh, I do know who that is.
Somebody that our friend...
Oh, that's cool.
Somebody found us on Twitter.
Yeah, nice.
So cool.
Well, I mean, they're my friends, but they can soon be your friends, people, because Wisconsin folk are friendly.
We're all friends here.
And we're all up for whatever you guys are up for.
Snapchat me.
Snapchat me. Christ, I sounded so lonely there. But can't you just imagine, like, seeing an infomercial with, like, Susan Sarandon, like, there's lonely kids in Africa who are not receiving your Snapchats. And then they just, like, flash an image of, like, this lonely little African kid who looks up and he goes, you can Snapchat me. And he blinks and there's, like, a fly that flies off of it. And there's a Red Cross serving soup in the background, and Susan Sarandon's 33 cents a day will cover the international text charge. You can Snapchat pictures of your penis to a lonely African boy, and it'll disappear in 10 seconds. Please call today. I could see a charity like that. I don't know.
That's a charity I can get behind.
Okay, well,
33 cents a day, easily.
Right?
For a little African boy to get a little picture of a penis every couple days from a random stranger.
I mean, they gotta have a lot of loincloth. I mean, they get all the old losing Super Bowl teams' clothing, so... the Bills were the team of the 90s. They sure were, Mbubwe. They sure were.
Yeah, they sure were, weren't they?
Mbubwe.
Did you watch the World Series last night?
Well, I didn't. I was rooting. I was hoping the Brewers would make it, but no, I didn't. Did you?
Well, the Brewers kind of made it if you considered Ned Yost and...
Quiet you. That's enough.
Escobar.
No.
What's his name?
Ichiro, or, Narichka. Narichka. Yeah, Narichka.
Yeah.
Noriaroki. Yeah, he was our right fielder last year.
No,
Alcides Escobar?
Yeah, that's his name, yep.
Yeah.
They were both on the Royals. Jordy Nelson was at the game last night wearing all blue.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's from Kansas.
I was wondering that. I thought, man, he better be from Kansas or we got a problem.
Well, I mean, you like who you like.
I guess.
I mean, you can't help. Maybe he was a big George Brett fan. Maybe he wanted, I don't know, who knows. Maybe he's a big fan of farm baseball. The Royals have a good farm system, so... Anyway, I guess the World Series... I kind of get pissed off because I like to see teams that don't win it. It's pretty rare. Finals are pretty cool to watch. And I don't watch enough of them.
I go out of my way to try to watch those Game 7 moments, the NBA Finals when it's when it's not LeBron or I mean I do like LeBron, but it's when it's a championship is on the line, make or break moments, and
it's got that you can feel that tension, I suppose.
I'll admit I didn't watch. I mean I did watch some of the other playoff baseball. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I watched some.
Yeah. I like seeing the Cardinals lose, that's for sure. I hate them.
Well, that's the truth. Yep.
Sorry if you're from St. Louis, but you guys are jerks.
Maybe their team can go to Los Angeles.
Well, the baseball team's never leaving. The Cardinals are...
They're
like the Yankees of the fucking...
Yeah, St. Louis the Cardinals pretty much keep St. Louis afloat, if not for Busch.
Fucking Redbirds.
Budweiser or whatever.
Busch. Yeah, they're that shitty beer cities. Fucking St. Louis.
Yeah, no. Watch the playoffs last night. Man, that guy pitched like whatever his name is, Bumgarner.
Yeah, Madison.
Yeah, he pitched like. I'm watching him pitch, and I thought, wow, that's impressive. 2 days rest, pitched like 5 innings or something. Came in and relieved the guy, and
yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. That to go out there and to put it on the line like that, that's saying something. Because a lot of people don't give it for baseball players for being athletic and stuff like that. But it's hard to whip a ball 100 miles an hour 92 times a game and then come out and do it again, 48 hours later. I mean, the normal human being is not going to be able to do something like that.
Well,
and he's getting paid big money to do it. But still, man, you got to be... What was it? CeCe did that for us a couple years ago, 5 years ago. When he was doing it on like 3 games rest, and that was impressive. I really was impressed with how much he was putting on his back to win us a fucking... I felt bad that he left Milwaukee with nothing because he should have won the Cy Young that year, and we had a chance. That was the team to do it.
That was a stout team.
Mm-hmm.
We had a really good team that year. That was, if you are a Brewer fan, that was pretty much the closest we've been since the 80s.
Well, that is depressing. That's almost Drew Brees leaving San Diego with all the shit stain on his face. Depressing. What is that thing on his face? Did anybody ever figure that out? Is it just a birthmark?
Oh yeah, I noticed that the other day in a picture. That's a real thing? Huh? I thought it was just a weird picture he got like.
If
punched
George Clooney can get his balls uncolorized, can Drew Brees not? Maybe it's like trademarked or something.
You know,
like that.
Michael Strahan has that gap in his tooth, and he makes all that money. You'd think you'd be able to get like braces or like some sort of denture work or something. He actually refuses to get service done to the gap because it is his trademark. It's what he's known for.
I suppose. What I'd almost want, you could just put an extra tooth in there. That might be something for him to
pull all
consider.
your teeth out.
That'd be funny.
It's just one really, really big gap now.
Right. Then he can make videos. Michael Strahan gums Kelly Ripa. Stop it, Michael. This is gross. I don't care. Num, num, num.
You like it.
I wonder if they bang. Do you think maybe
I
just
don't
one
think
time?
so, no.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Kelly Ripa's kind of hot.
She's kind of hot, but I don't think she's like. I don't know. I would say if what's her name, Chelsea Lately was the host of the morning Regis show, then yes, they would have banged. I don't picture Kelly Ripa to be that.
You don't think she's a whore?
I
She used
don't
to be in a
think-
soap opera.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Who's Chelsea
Maybe
Lately?
I just.
Who's Chelsea Lately? Is this some whore that I can bang?
Yeah, you probably like Chelsea Handler is her name. Chelsea Handler. You never heard of her?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe that makes me a little bit gay for knowing that.
That's okay.
Is it normal for a guy to get a period?
Good question, Al.
It could be.
Good question.
Did you get yours when you watched your Chelsea Handler?
Well, okay. She
Is she hot?
Most people would say yes. I'm not a Chelsea Handler.
Who was the chick we were talking about before?
Kelly Ripa.
Is she hotter than Kelly Ripa? Is she as hot
She's
as Kelly Ripa?
I would say she's hotter than Kelly Ripa.
Really?
Yeah, let me pull up a picture of her real quick. This is not...
Is that the first
No, that's not Kelly Ripa. That's Darryl Waltrip.
Oh. Boogity boogity.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Show me those titties, boys.
So, Chelsea Handler and Kelly Ripa are in a threesome with Michael Strahan, and Regis is narrating it, and he just keeps yelling,
It's me, Regis! She's kind of slutty, too, actually.
She looks kind of like the mom from Modern Family a little bit. Maybe with bigger boobs. Yeah, she's kind of hot. She's slutty, too, you say.
Yeah, she's pretty slutty.
Like naked slutty? Like,
I don't know if there's pictures slutty, but I know she's part of her comedy sketches how she's kind of slutty. I don't watch her show, so I might be totally wrong, but I get that impression of her.
Maybe if one day we get famous and she's on the show, I will have lots of sex with her.
Oh,
If she's willing. But until that day comes, I am just going to masturbate to a bunch of pictures of her.
Well, somebody has to.
Well, nobody jacks off to pictures anymore. It's like nobody reads newspapers.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Well, people still read newspapers too, but it's not common.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right there.
So, are you jerking off to pictures all the time?
Every morning. Every morning.
Every morning you
without fail.
to pictures.
Pictures, not even videos.
Picture of what?
I don't know. Whatever I feel like taking a picture of.
So you go and take a picture and then beat off to
Here's
it?
a picture of a lamp, and then I'm just gonna.
I love lamp, and then there's a bunch of.
I do love lamp. Why do you think I do?
It's
No. Okay, here's the thing.
So you're just on like some random like porn picture website, and all of a sudden.
Oh, that's a we porn, huh? What?
Okay, so you're just on some like random. Okay, so you're on like some random like
CNN.com.
CNN.com. They're showing like a beheading video.
Yeah,
You
pretty
get
much.
the random.
I jerk off
You get the
daily
random
to
urge.
ISIS.
So there's just a bunch of sloppy ISIS cum shots all over your house. Well,
They're not ISIS's cum shots. They're my cum shots.
but you've created them for ISIS. Well, I
Well-
guess maybe not. Well, jack off to something American. You do what you want.
Okay, fair enough.
But the next time you masturbate, I want it to be to like a fucking Camaro or something like that.
All right, that's pretty American.
All right.
An American eagle. Actually, I saw an eagle today. That was pretty sweet. 2 eagles in a tree.
Like a bird eagle? Or
yeah,
like an eagle car? Like
no, not an eagle. It wasn't a car. It was a bird that is American.
Okay.
I was just out and about. They were in trees, and I drive by and I'm like, holy shit, there's an eagle. Holy shit, there's another eagle.
No, were they fighting or fucking? Or?
No, I think they were just both in the same... They weren't even in the same tree, but they were in the general region of each other.
Do you know what eagles mostly do during the day?
Masturbate to ISIS?
Eagle things.
They do eagle things.
Yeah. They reminisce about Donovan McNabb. And Randall Cunningham.
Oh, no.
And Ron Jaworski.
Oh, no. Well, with that being said, let's wrap the show up here. Give out the phone number one last time. It's 240-50-SKUNK, 2040, or 240-50-SKUNK. Until next time, I am going to be punishing my boner for speaking out of turn.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, I hope that you teach it a good lesson. And remember, children, always reach for the stars. Unless it's a brown star, because then it might be a dirty old man. Kisses.